Come to me, my children. Follow the sound of my voice to receive thy blessings. Unburden yourself.
Ow! 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 Ow!
And welcome to the Church of Last Resort with the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. The Church of Last Resort, where your prayers are heard, your sins forgiven, and no matter what you believe, you won't believe this shit. And now, your Reverend, the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. I was freaking out a little bit because I was hearing stuff in my head that I didn't know where it came from. And so I was going, whoa, what is that? And how do I stop it? Or how do I make it make sense or something? But it was just music. And I was like, what the hell was that? That's right. But that's all gone. It's all gone. It's all better. Good morning, brothers and sisters. And this includes our new members who may be enjoying us for the first time, wherever you may be and wherever you want to be, because you may not be where you want to be, yet there you are. Good morning. That's right. In my office, it is Sunday, March 8th, the 412th day of the Sex Offender Administration. Well, who's counting? It's 70 degrees and no humidity right here. Just a little shine on the forehead. Just think of it as my holy halo, the holy head. That's it. Just think of it as my holy head, that little light there. Because I'm not putting on any makeup. Because I don't put on a facade for you. What you see is what you get. I'm not fake. I'm real. And that's all you see is real. That's it. Yeah. But on the other side of this wall, that's right, it's 61 degrees. With 15% humidity, slight overcast, and there's a good chance that you're paying at the pump for what other people made a mistake for at the ballot box. That's right. Welcome to the Church of Last Resort. I am the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, PhD, DDS, ADHD, MCM, LIX. That's right. But people have also called me the racy reverend, the pervert pastor, the vulgar vicar of vice, the sexy shepherd, the missionary man, the minister of mischief, the dirty deacon of doggy style, the freaky frisky fry, the ass man abbot, the collared colored cleric, the booty banging brother, the handsy high priest, the shameless shaman, Father Fistmas, the wicked I like to watch witness, the holy ho, the divine dominating dominee, the depraved preacher, the tickle me theologian, the minister of making love, the clergy of cunning conversation while eating pussy, and that nasty N-word. That's right. The point is that I come by many names and by many methods, but I do not come easy. But I will come when you call. That's right. So, brothers and sisters, let us begin as always. That's right. Always, let's begin in the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor. Can I get a fuck? Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Good morning, Kickbots. Bless you, Kickbots. All are welcome. So good morning to my little Kickbot friends. They're almost always the first to come and the last to leave. That's right, just like an unwanted house guest. Free food, I'll be there. What time to start? 8? I'll be there at 7. Oh, my goodness. What time? And how long does the party last? 10. I'm leaving at 11. That's right. So, brothers and sisters, it is time for our opening prayers, sponsored by Tantally. If you need an opening, Tantally has your opening needs. If you or someone you know is in need of a prayer by the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, please send your request for a prayer or a healing or forgiveness or any such request to me at drreverendjellyroll@gmail.com. Forget the fact that I haven't checked my email this week. Forget that. I hadn't checked it in 6, 7, 12 days. Okay. Please remember to spell roll with an E on the end. Otherwise, one of the other Jelly Rolls, and not me, will wind up with your request, and you do not want that man or those people, that's right, those people who call themselves Jelly Rolls without ease, near your blessings. That's right. You don't want them touching your emails. Or your females. Or your any other males. Now, for our disclaimer. Me. Okay. While all prayers are heard, not all prayers are answered when we want them to be. Some loopholes and restrictions may apply in March as well. That's right. So please bow your head unless you're driving your car or your significant other. And if that is the case, just close your eyes like that. Just close your eyes and let Jesus do the driving while we pray. But do not let go of the wheel until you know Jesus has control. And that is full control. Not just the steering, but the gas and the brakes. That's right, because if Jesus doesn't have control of your gas, you could stink up your car, then your eyes get watery, you can't see where you're not driving, and you could hit something. So make sure you know Jesus has control before you let go of the wheel. And that's the brakes as well, okay? And that's as well, not as well. Okay, that happens if you rear end somebody. You get the as well.
Amen.
That's right. That's right. Dear Lord, please bless Brother Chase Pistone. Now, I don't know if it's Pistone or Piston, okay, or Piston. I think it's because of the E at the end. It could be Piston, okay. But Piston, okay, I tell you what. Piston, Chase Piston, former NASCAR driver, has died. He was 42. And that's why his last name should have been Piston. He should have changed it to Piston just because he was a NASCAR driver. His grandfather was a NASCAR driver. Tom, he should have changed it to Piston. Or at least pronounced it Piston, but it's Piston. Pistone. Though Pistone's actual cause of death has not been revealed, it is suspected to be, get ready with the banner. Get ready with that banner. It was suspected to be self-ideation syndrome. That's right. Cis. As in, he got assistance in leaving this planet. Yes, that's right. But yes, he self-ideation syndrome. Legends Nation. Oh, that's a magazine. Legends Nation. No, it's a place. It's a thing. Legends Nation posted on social media. Chase was not only a wheelman in Legends and late models, but his Chase Piston Incorporated Legends team was a force to be reckoned with every time they showed up at a track. And they usually walked away with the winner's trophy. Close quote. Now, you can walk away with anything when no one's watching, let me show you. No one's watching. I'm going to walk over here. I'm going to walk over here. Nobody's watching. I'm going to walk away with this CD. This one right here. Crack the Sky. Bless it. I'm going to walk away with that because nobody's watching. So just because they walked away with the trophy doesn't mean they won it. They just walked away with it. That's stupid. Say he won it. Don't say he walked away with it. Words have meanings. Like do-do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do. That means I forgot to put the CD over here. Do-do-do-do-do-do means I'm stalling. During his career, Pistone, who is the grandson of two-time NASCAR Cup Series race winner Tom Pistone, competed in the ARCA Menards Series, NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, and NASCAR Xfinity. Now the NASCAR... I guess Jesus somebody let go of the wheel. Jesus wasn't there. All right. Now the NASCAR Xfinity, which is now the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Chase did love to chase other cars. That's how he got the name. That's right. Rest in peace, Chase. A checkered flag for a checkered past. Can I get a final pit stop? Dear Lord, please bless Brother Bob Power. That's right, Bob Power, a famous music producer and record engineer, has died. He was 74. His cause of death is SUDS, Sudden Undisclosed Death Syndrome. Sudden Undisclosed Disease Syndrome. I apologize. SUDS. Power played a big role in shaping the sound of hip-hop and R&B in the early 90s, especially when it came to plumbing deeper drum and bass grooves. That's right. He engineered the album that arguably defined his aesthetic, defined this aesthetic, A Tribe Called Quest's The Low End Theory, while his credits also included Erykah Badu's Baduism, D'Angelo's Brown Sugar, several Roots albums, including Do You Want More and Things Fall Apart, and De La Soul is Dead. Wait a minute. Should they be in here then? Should I be talking about De La Soul being dead? Good morning, Brother Heavy. And good morning, Sister Ann. That's right. Am I missing a tribute? I don't know. Let's see. Power molded. Yes, okay. It's a problem. When I see the word power, I don't think of it as a name, and the next word has to make sense, and it doesn't make sense. But I have to remember it's a name, not just a thing. Power molded a sound that emphasized and expertly blended loud drums, excessive bass, and increasingly elaborate and intricate samples. On Tribe's The Low End Theory, Power showed a particular knack for meticulously cleaning up and isolating and then blending together the exact sounds members Q-Tip and Ali Shaheed Muhammad wanted to sample. Well, now Power is sampling death. See how he cleans that up. Rest in peace, Bob. You really knew how to funk things up. That's right. Can I get a Baduism? That's right. Lord have mercy. Let me check this out. Digital delay, too much feedback, and too well. Somebody must be like listening to him. That's right. So good morning, brother Heavy Kev, and brothers and Sister Ann. Dear Lord, please bless Brother Todd Meadows. Todd Meadows, a crab fishing deckhand who appeared on Discovery Channel series Deadliest Catch, has died. He was 25. His cause of death was overexposure, the weather kind, not the career kind. Although if he hadn't been on that boat so long, he probably wouldn't have died from it. Todd died while filming Deadliest Catch. The U.S. Coast Guard confirmed that Todd fell overboard while standing in a 900-pound crab pot approximately 170 miles north of Dutch Harbor near Unalaska, Alaska. Alaska again. Unalaska, Alaska? Okay. The crew recovered him unresponsive around 10 minutes later, and the first aid and attempts to resuscitate were unsuccessful after only 10 minutes in the water. After only 10 minutes in freezing cold water. What a pussy. I'm sorry. What a shame. Meadows' mother, Angela, is requesting that no footage of his death make it to air. Well, there goes the ratings. Why else would you watch that shit if you're not watching? See, so people watch those shows for the danger. They want to see the danger. That's the ultimate danger, and they're not going to get to see it? Or they're at least going to get to see the moment up to the danger where the waves come and then you don't see him, but the wave come and then the wave go and he's not there. It's like he's there and he's not there. You know, they don't have to explain him. He's not on the show anymore. Everybody knows he died and they know how he died. They might as well show it. Somebody's going to show it. It's going to be on TMZ for or TikTok. I bet you it's already on TikTok. It's already on Reddit, some Rumble. That's it. So on one of those sites, it's dead. Rest in peace, Todd. Deadliest catch indeed. Can I get a little overboard with this? You bet your sweet ass I can. No delay. Check to see if you leave another tab open. Okay. Dear Lord, please bless Sister Annabelle Schofield. Annabelle Schofield, actress and model, has died. She was 62. Her cause of death is an unspecified cancer, for which there is no specified treatment. Annabelle is best known for her modeling work and role in the hugely popular primetime soap opera, Dallas. In the 12 episodes of the series in which she appeared, the deceased actress portrayed the role of Laurel Ellis, where she performed opposite Hagman's iconic J.R. Ewing character. Okay, it says deceased, but she was alive when she played Laurel. Okay, it's not that like that shot in The Big Chill when Kevin Costner starts off the show in the coffin, and that's the only time you see him because they cut his role out of the movie, but they left him in the coffin. It's not like that. And even then, he wasn't really dead. He was just in the coffin. I'm just letting y'all know he wasn't dead. It's not like you're saying, well, how did he do all those other movies after The Big Chill if he was dead? No, it's not like that. She also launched her own production company, Bellabani Productions. That's right, Bellabani Productions, through which she developed commercials, music, and fashion projects. She cashed in on her looks before she cashed out. That's right. If you got looks, you got to cash in on them while you can. Rest in peace, Annabelle. Having only one major role, you really did rest on your laurel. Laurel, that's right. Can I get a major butter for that major role? Pow! Good God. That's right. What'd I do? What'd I do? There we go. That's what I do. I do that by accident. So, dear Lord, please bless Brother Andrew Gunn. That wrong gun, sorry. Andrew Gunn. That's probably Peter's brother. Legendary Disney producer has died. He was 58. His cause of death is amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or Lou Gehrig's disease. That's right. He was surrounded. I would do this joke about medial sclerosis, but I just did it last week. And I don't want to do the same joke twice within memory of other people remembering that I could have told that joke. So in 3 weeks, if somebody else dies of it, I'll do that joke again. All right. He was surrounded by family and friends at the time of his death at his Toronto, Canada home. Ellis? As a Disney film producer, Gunn worked with the House of Mouse under former chairman Dick Cook and Motion Pictures president Nina Jacobson. His work includes several beloved comedies from The Country Bears, Freaky Friday, and The Haunted Mansion, to Sky High, College Road Trip, Cruella, and Freakier Friday. Now, according to The Hollywood Reporter, Freaky Friday, the remake, Freakier, starring Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis, may not have been made had it not been for Gunn's championing the project. So it's his fault. That's right. That's what he's going to be remembered for. Freakier Friday. Rest in peace, Andrew. It was Cruella you to remake Freaky Friday. Can I get a Dalmatian to go? Dear Lord, please bless brother. Oh Lord. Okay, this is one fucked up foreign name. I'm only 54% Bantu. I need another 10% to be able to pronounce this brother's name. So somebody have that button ready. Somebody have that button ready, because I'm gonna try. Mosi Woa, Mosi Katir, Muscatel.
Please stand by. We are having difficulties pronouncing foreign names. Please stand by. Please stand by. We are having difficulties pronouncing foreign names. Please stand by.
Must have lessons in African. Well, Masi Yua Lakota. I can say Lakota. Masi Terra Lakota, South African anti-apartheid veteran and former defense minister, has died. He probably choked on his first name. He was 77. Cause of death was long illness. That's right. Lakota was a prominent activist against white minority rule in South Africa and served 8 years in prison on Robben Island alongside other jailed anti-apartheid figures, including Nelson Mandela from 1974 to 1982. Sometimes that's called the Mandela effect, having spent time in jail with him. Under President Thabo Mbeki.
Please stand by. We are having difficulties pronouncing foreign names. Please stand by. Please stand by. We are having difficulties pronouncing foreign names. Please stand by.
Under President Thabo Mbeki, Lakota served as Minister of Defense for almost a decade. Tasked with consolidating the post-apartheid military, he expanded South Africa's peacekeeping role in Africa, supporting the African Union agenda. And the agenda were two things: make our names as fucked up as possible so those white people can't steal them because they stole everything else. And then the agenda was give 60%, well, we'll take the other 40%. You're going to give us 60%? We'll take the other 40%. That's the 3/5 reference for those of you who are good at math. In 2008, Lakota broke away from the ANC, African National Congress, to establish COPE, Congress of the People, positioning the party as an alternative voice in South Africa's political landscape, which you can learn to paint at any paint party. That's right. Rest in peace, Mosiwa. You were called Terror because you would terror the South African whites a new asshole every chance you got. Can I get a cheeky remark? See, because asshole, cheeky remark. Good God, I still got it. Where's the camera? I still got it. Dear Lord, please bless Brother Lou Holtz. Lou Holtz, former Notre Dame football coach, has died. He was surrounded by his family, and he was 89. Holt's cause of death is SUDS also, or SUDS, Sudden Undisclosed Disease Syndrome. The legendary, that's two, right? The legendary former University of Notre Dame head coach led the Fighting Irish from 1986 to 1996. During that time, during that run, he delivered a perfect 12-0 season in 1988 and secured the program's most recent national championship. Lou Holtz finished his Notre Dame tenure with 100 wins and produced the school's last Heisman Trophy winner, Tim Brown. The now famous, quote, play like a champion today, quote, sign became a symbol of his era and still hangs in the locker room, while the sign pee like a champion hangs over the urinals. And in 89, I don't think he was peeing like a champion anymore. Holtz's career record stood at 249 wins, 132 losses, 7 ties across 33 seasons. He coached at William and Mary, North Carolina State, Arkansas, Minnesota, and South Carolina, becoming the only coach to take 6 different programs to bowl games. That's right. At Arkansas, he stunned Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl by peeing like a champion. Oh, nope. At the Orange Bowl after an 11-1 debut season. His lone NFL season with the New York Jets ended at a 3-10 prompting a 3-10 record, prompting his memorable reflection, quote, God did not put Lou Holtz on this earth to coach in the pros, close quote. He said in the third person after handing in his Jets resignation. Now, to be honest, God never put anyone on earth to coach the Jets. You can make a deal with the devil to not coach the Jets, but God does not make you coach the Jets. No, that's beyond faith. That's purgatory. Rest in peace, Lou. You were the face of the Fighting Irish. I wish you well. See, I wish you well. Wherever you are going, I wish you well. Can I get me lucky charm? And finally, Lord, please bless. Oh, somebody's helping me out with the pronunciation. Mosiwa. Mosiwa. Well, thank you. I should have read that 2 dead people ago. Okay. Somebody give that man a patch right into my prompter here, because he's over there and I have to do this. Okay. I gotta go like that. It's okay. We'll take it. We'll work on that technology. StreamYard is working on that technology right now, so your words go directly from the screen to my head. And finally, Lord, please bless the entire behind-the-scenes staff at Mind Dog TV. They are truly doing your work, helping to spread your word throughout the wordosphere. They could be anywhere today, but they are here, wishing they were anywhere today. That ought to count for something. Mind Dog TV.
That's garbage.
MindDogTV.com. That's right. The place to go for all of your St. Patrick's Day merch, which is, 9 days away. That's right. 9? You're 9 days away. So, brothers and sisters, it is that time. Everybody, grab your bump. Everybody grab your bump. This is the time for everybody to grab their bump. I'm going to get some bumping music in here. I'm going to put it in there so when it's time to do the bump, we got a little do the bump, do the bump. Yeah, do the bump, do the bump. Oh, yeah, cool. Do the bump, do the bump. That's not bumping music. That's more like nativism, I think. Well, at any rate, now let's have a little bump for the Lord. Brought to you by Bump in a Bottle. Straight from our vineyards to your innards. Wine, just like Jesus used to make. There we go. Everybody grab your bump. You got your bump. Let's bump for the Lord. Whoa. The Lord. The official wine of the Church of Last Resort. Hope everybody got a good bump out of that one. I did. Oh, Lord have mercy. In the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor, can I get a fuck? Yeah. Fuck yeah! Yes, indeed. That's right. Got the good bump. Now, before we go on to our segment of looking for God in all the wrong places, I want to tell people out there who may be watching and who may have a talent or a product that they want to expose to the world, that there's a place to do that called Coffee with the Dog. That's our flagship station. It's like flagship program, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time to whenever the fuck we feel like stopping Eastern time. And I can't tell you all the things that show is, but you know who can? Sister Curly Hair So Bright.
Comedians, musicians, songwriters, filmmakers, authors, and podcasters. Coffee with the Dog is booking for the
winter and spring.
Now, get free publicity and hone your interview skill in a fun and safe setting. Coffee with the Dog is a live radio, live stream podcast based in New York that airs daily Monday to Friday 9 a.m. to 11 o'clock in syndication on iHeartRadio, as well as video streaming platforms like YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, and many other platforms. Guests usually come on remotely via StreamYard, like Zoom but easier, although occasionally we do in-studio interviews. The morning show focuses mainly on comedians and musicians, and they have interviewed many top names and classic celebrities such as Robert Klein, Mike Binder, Eddie Brill, Doug Stanhope, Steve Byrne, Paul Provenza, Jeff Altman, and many, many others. For booking, go to minddogtv.com/booking.
Well, thank you, Sister Curly Hair So Bright. She is a true delight, a treasure, and a staple around this church. That's right. As a matter of fact, I almost missed today because the clock thing, the whole time thing, it got bumped up. And my wife was in the other room doing some other stuff, and so she didn't think to wake me up. And if it wasn't for Sister Curly Hair So Bright laying right next to me going, Rev, the time moved forward last night. I was like, holy crap. And that was the only thing moving forward last night. And a little bit backwards too. But I said, so at any rate, the point is, gentlemen, she's single. Ladies, she's single. That's right. Today's sermon, we are looking at the lyrics of The God That Failed. It's a song by Metallica from their 1991 The Black Album. I do not know why it's called The Black Album. I don't know if it's the actual color of the album or if it's a nod to the White Album or whatever it is. If you're interested, it's called The Black Album, released 1991 by Metallica. Now, when Metallica released The God That Failed on that album, it was a stark departure from their typical thrash metal roots. The song is as heavy thematically as it is musically, with James Hetfield, the band's frontman, pouring raw emotion derived from personal loss to every line. Delivering a punch to the gut of blind faith and the consequences of false idols, the God That Failed bids listeners to confront the colder realities of belief and disillusionment. Diving into The God That Failed, it's essential to recognize the song's origin and Hetfield's own life. Okay, this song, the lyrics were inspired by his own mother's death from cancer when he was a teenager, and her decision to rely solely on faith healing to get better. She did not. She was a Christian Scientist, not to be confused with the science of Christianity or the science of the sacraments. Dissecting the lyrics reveals a narrative of betrayal, not only by a higher power, but also of the trust we place in such powers to save our loved ones, and as a child, the trust we place in our parents to know what they are doing and that they will be around as long as we need them to be. Thus saith the lyrics. Thus saith Metallica. Pride you took, pride you feel, pride that you felt when you kneel. Not the word, not the love, not what you thought from above. Wow. The first word of that song is pride. Okay, pride. It just starts off pride. Pride. Okay. That is a powerful opening salvo. It is. There's an expression, and that is so prevalent. It is pride goes before destruction. Oh, actually, this is the way people say pride goes before a fall. That's what they say. Now, that is basically a shortened version of Proverbs 16:18, which says, let's see, let's ask the good book. Good book. What's Proverbs 16:18 say? Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. From Proverbs 16:18. Thank you. Thank you, good book. That's why we got the good book. In case we need actual scripture, the good book is where we can go to get actual scripture. Because if you come to me, I don't remember actual scripture. Okay. So that's Proverbs 16:18. Not to be confused with pronouns. He, she, they, them. Right? That's right. A proud man is always looking down. Okay, this is a quote about pride. A proud man is always looking down on to things and people. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. A proud man is always looking down on things and people. And of course, as long as you are looking down, you cannot see something that is above you. By C.S. Lewis. Another quote about pride. As soon as I find it. It was pride that changed angels into devils. It is humility that makes men as angels. Thomas Merton. Pride is founded not on the sense of lap. Pride is not. Take two. We're gonna cut that part out, right? Oh, we're live. Okay. Pride is founded not on the sense of happiness, but on the sense of power. William Hazlitt. Okay. But in this case, pride you took cuts two ways. The pride it took to believe your belief, and the pride you took from the child when a child would believe in you and you failed. See, that's two. Pride you feel and pride that you felt when you kneel. Okay. It was pride in how that person felt when they prayed. They were so proud that their God was going to heal them. They were so proud. They're like, I don't need a doctor. I don't need some earthly doctor to tell me what's wrong. I know what's wrong. I just need the Lord to make it right. That's a certain kind of pride. Okay. So pride, you should have been, it says it was pride. It was pride. Did I do that right? Right. Okay. Got you. And when you should have been feeling they were feeling the pride in their faith and not the pride in the word of God or the love of God. Okay. Not the word and not the love, not what you thought from above. See, that's where their pride was not focused on actual faith. It was based on their faith in their faith. Their faith in their faith is so strong that they were not going to get a doctor. But their faith should have been maybe in more word, the wisdom, and the love of God. And maybe they're going to see a doctor. It feeds. It feeds. It grows. It grows. It clouds all that you will know. Deceit, deceive, decide just what you believe. Okay, in this case, it is pride. Okay, you can replace it with pride. Pride feeds. Pride feeds. Pride grows. Pride grows. Pride clouds all that you know. Okay, very easy substitution. Pride for it. It is pride. Okay, and like the clown Pennywise from Derry, it is taking the hope and replacing it with fear. Pride clouds or blinds us from discovering the truth that something isn't working. Like tariffs or invading other countries to topple regimes. We, somebody who's really proud, don't see that shit's not working because they're so full of their own pride. It's like, oh, it's working. It's going to work. You just wait and see it's going to work. Well, it's not. What do you mean it's not working? It's working. You just don't feel it. It's working. Yeah. Pride will do that shit. And if you don't stop it, well, the next line. I see faith in your eyes. Never you hear the discouraging lies. I hear faith in your cries. Broken is the promise, betrayal, the healing hand held back by the deepened nail. Follow the God that failed. Now, I see faith in your eyes. Never you hear the discouraging lies. The child could see that their mother believed that the child believed. They could see that the mother really believed they were going to get better. But the child could see that the belief wasn't working and that she needed more. Maybe a doctor. I hear faith in your cries. Cries from pain, maybe. Cries for help, maybe. But the healing hand held back by the deepened nail could be interpreted as a metaphor for one of two things. The hand held back by the deepened nail. The deepened nail could be a metaphor for the crucifixion of Jesus. Okay, like that. So that hand's got a deepened nail and it can't come down to heal. See, it wants to heal you. It's like, I want to heal you, but I got a deepened nail. Say, I can't heal you. See, because of a deepened nail. That's it. That's one. But the other one could be very simple as well. That healing hand could be the healing hand of modern medicine, trying to get out there and heal her. And it is her faith with this deepened nail and her will with the deepened nail preventing the healing hand from reaching out to her. So we got the two meanings. I don't know which one he meant. Okay. It was so easy for me to figure out the crucifixion one that I'm pretty sure that's what he meant. And I don't think he was thinking of the healing hand of the doctor and that deepened nail. Although I thought of that like, flang. That's like, well, I can see that. Yes, I can see the deepened nails right there. You know, maybe that says more about me and being scratched up than him and his. Okay, never mind. So, and then the final line, follow the God that failed. Okay. That titular line and haunting command compels remembrance long after the song's end. This phrase encompasses the whole of the sentiment Metallica conveys. The God of our understanding, the deities of our cultural making, sometimes don't deliver us from our plights or save those we love. Okay. Now, they're saying that God failed. God only failed if that was God's mission. You understand what I'm saying? If I was in my house and my neighbors was expecting me to go out and do something, and I never left my house and I didn't do it, and they would say, he failed. It's like, no, I didn't try. I only failed if I tried. I didn't even know you wanted me to do it. So you can't say I failed. Maybe I disappointed you because you wanted me to do something that I didn't do. Yes, but failed? That's a heavy concept. A lot of times people are saying God failed to do something. It's like, did God know God was supposed to do it? Did God attempt to do it? It's only a failure if you try and don't succeed. Now, I know some people say, well, it's a failure if you don't try. It's a failure if you don't try, if it's in your mind to try and you don't try. You know, like if I thought to myself, I want to be a reverend, but I don't try to be a reverend, so I never become a real reverend, that's a failure because I did think it, even though I didn't try it. But on the other hand, if I didn't give a fuck about being a reverend and I never thought about being a reverend and I don't become a reverend, it's not a failure. It's just a disappointment to people who thought I should have been a reverend. There's a difference. Now, I'm not telling him how to write his songs. I'm just saying that in their mind, God was a failure because God was expected to do something that didn't, and God didn't deliver. And in their minds, God is a failure. And he's saying, you're following that failed God. And keep following that failed God. He's going to fail you every time because he's angry. He's angry that his mother died because God didn't heal her from cancer. Okay? He's angry. And he's angry at his mother for not seeking help. He's probably seeing other kids' mothers. He's young. Okay, compared to me, he's young. Okay, this song came out in 1991. Compared to me, he's young. Okay, in my lifetime, I've seen a lot of people get better from cancer. Well, from treatments, get treated for cancer, live a lot longer lives. And he's probably he's young enough to have seen people live longer lives with treatment modern medical treatment from cancer, and his own mother, who he loves and supposedly loves him, doesn't want that same treatment. I can see the anger. I can see him being upset. I can see the disappointment. But doesn't mean God failed. It means you set your expectations in the wrong manner. Okay? Now, I'm not saying God's blameless. I'm not. Okay? I think God could do a lot of things differently, but that's between me and God. I'm not going to sit there and say to you what I haven't said to God yet. You know, I haven't had this sit down conversation with God and say, look, dude, this is where he fucked up. Okay. The song continues. Find your peace. Find your say. Find the smooth road on your way. Trust you gave a child to save. Left you cold and him in grave. Now, find your peace. Find your say. Okay, find your say or find your voice. Okay, find that. Basically live with your consequences. You know, you had it your way. You did what you want to do. Now these are your consequences. Okay, and says the trust you gave a child to save. Two things there. One, she raised him. She was a Christian Scientist. He also, whether he was raised strictly as a Christian Scientist or he was raised in the shadow of Christian Scientists, same, going to be pretty much the same thing. He sees what's happening, okay? And that child is trusting his mother to know what to do, okay? According to that great philosopher, The Crow, in that great biopic movie, The Crow, he says, mother is the word for God on the lips of little children. That's right. She was his God for a little while. He was trusting her to do the right thing. But as that last line says, left you cold and him in grave. Okay. Now, he's speaking in the third person about the child. That child was himself. Okay. He's speaking in the third person as if he's watching it happen. Okay. And he could have said, and left him at grave. Okay. She's dead. She's buried. And he's beside the grave watching this. But that's not what he said. He said, and left him in grave. Okay. Indicating that the child is like part of him died that day. And that moment is engraved in the psyche. See, engraved. Okay, that's me. Damn, I still got it. Now, the rest of the song I'm going to read through, like straight through, because it's a repeat of what you've already heard. And I couldn't explain it any better the first time around. So I'm not going to try to fuck it up the second time. I'm just going to read through the rest of the song because it repeats what you've heard. It feeds, it feeds. It grows, it grows. It clouds all that you will know. Deceit, deceive. Decide just what you believe. I see faith in your eyes. Never you hear the discouraging lies. I hear faith in your cries. Before is the promised betrayal, the healing hand held back by the deep nail. Follow the God that failed. Yeah. Then there's a guitar solo. Wigga wig, wigga wigga wig, a wigga wig, wigga wigga wig. It's actually a little bit better than that. You should listen to the song. Check it out. Check out the video or whatever. The song is actually a pretty good song. The music is pretty decent. I don't know anything about Metallica, honestly, and I was like pretty impressed with that song. And if that's an example of what Metallica can do, I may go back and actually listen to some Metallica. When I get stoned, give me some edibles, sit back and catch up on some Metallica. Okay, the lyrics continue. I see faith in your eyes, broken is the promise, betrayal. The healing hand held back by the deepened nail. Follow the God that failed. Hey, pride you took, pride you feel, pride that you felt when you kneel. Trust you gave a child to save, left you cold in him in grave. I see faith in your eyes. Never you hear the discouraging lies. I hear faith in your cries. broken is the promise, betrayal, the healing hand held back by the deepened nail. Follow the God that failed. Follow the God that failed, broken is the promise. Betrayal. Betrayal. Yeah? That's right. Beyond a mere lamentation, the God that failed functions as a call to personal enlightenment and the empowerment of the self. It grows apparent through the evocatory. Let me try that again. It grows apparent through the evocative chorus that we are invited to scrutinize the foundations of our belief systems. Hetfield seems to campaign for the individual's awakening to the reality that sometimes the structures we rely on fail us. And from that innate failure, a new sense of self can emerge. That's right. That's a pretty powerful song from Metallica. I don't know what their other songs are like. I do not know. I have no idea. But this one here is pretty fucking decent as far as lyrics go and the music goes. It's a pretty decent song. That concludes our look at God that failed. I hope that you got something out of it. And if you did, let your friends know. Have them check the views. Thank you. Tell your friends, and let your friends check it out for themselves. And check out the video on YouTube. Okay, not that I'm pushing, but yeah. Yes, indeed. Okay. Now, I have a little bit of time left, and I was prepared for that just in case. One, I want to let people know that Randy Levin, they finished editing his episode on Done Way Past Funny, and that episode is going to air pretty soon on Spark TV, Knob TV, and on YouTube. We'll be streaming on YouTube. So this is the promo for that. Want to check that out real quick? That's a 2-minute promo, 2.5-minute promo coming up on Done Way Past Funny. Randy Levin.
There's 5 lives of an actor. It could be comedians too. Who's Randy Levin? Get me Randy Levin. Get me another Randy Levin. Get me a young Randy Levin. Who's Randy Levin? When you leave a real job, there's a party, you know, there's cake,
Everybody knows you're gone.
When you're a comedian and you go, yeah, I'm done, nobody gives a shit. Nobody notices anything. It's just, you're just done. You know what I mean?
They can't tell the difference between you being done and you hitting a dry spell.
Yeah, exactly. So I posted this really kind of, heartfelt thing about quitting, quitting. And Tom Dreesen wrote to me, you're always a comedian. You will always be a comedian, whether it's in your living room or on stage. You have the soul of a comedian, and don't forget that. And so I think there is some truth to people like you and me that the reason we're comedians is because we have that's who we are. Yeah. We just get lucky sometimes to do that on stage in front of people, but even if you're in the living room with your mom and your sister and your brother, you could still be a comedian or funny.
Is there anything you want to plug? We're going to talk about the movie.
Just if people, even if you don't play guitar, but if you like music, it's only an hour long, so you can't get too bored. It's on YouTube, free for everybody. It's called String Theory, Guitar Obsessed, and it's a lot of fun. And it's a lot of fun. That's it. It's an hour long. Stay past the closing credits for a very funny scene afterwards, but it's a lot of fun. And so, yeah.
Hey, that's right. So check out episodes of Done Way Past Funny. They're available on YouTube, on GD Fenderson's YouTube channel, also available on Spark TV, and available on Knob TV, which is on Roku. So check that out. And one last thing, I could not do this without GD Fenderson, who writes for me. As a matter of fact, he was writing this. He was finishing this up this morning, and what he thought was 6 o'clock turns out to be 7. That's right, because he didn't turn his clock ahead, and he thought he had more time. He's like, "I'll get up early and finish this, okay, Rev?" And I said, "I trust you. You've only let me down 3 or 4 times. No biggie." And so he got up and he did it, and he didn't really let me down this time much. So and to reward him, I want to plug his show coming up in April 4th. That's right. On April 4th, in celebration of Martin Luther King's martyrdom, he's doing a comedy show in Michigan, Grand Rapids, Michigan. And it's called Spotlight on Insanity. And we have the promo that's running on TikTok right now. We have that promo for you.
Coming to the Wealthy Theater in Grand Rapids, Michigan on April 4th, it's Spotlight on Insanity, a stand-up improv comedy experience with your host, improvisarios, Haphazard. Featuring Slaptail Nation's Beeve Man, local sweetheart, Krista Wright, and Maryland's own G.D. Fenderson. The Wealthy Theater is located at 1130 Wealthy Street, Southeast Grand Rapids, Michigan. Tickets are available now online at www.grcmc.org. Seating is general admission. Tickets are $15 for Wealthy Theater members and $20 for non-members. Show begins at 7:30 p.m. Call 616-258-2003 for more information about the Wealthy Theater. This event is also streaming live on plausible.com for those outside of the Grand Rapids area. Get your tickets today. This event is a So GD Funny and Slaptail Nation joint production.
Wow. So if you're in the Grand Rapids area on April 4th, check it out. And if you're not, you can still check it out on plausible.com. It's just like $5 per device. You know, he tries to keep the prices low because he wants to encourage people to come for all of their for their streaming comedy needs, because they have hundreds of comedians on plausible.com looking for fans, looking for people, some of it's open mic, some of it's tutorials, some of it's lessons, some of it's just comedy shows like that. So check out plausible.com. Not a sponsor, but could be. They just haven't yet. So before I close, I want to thank all of you who paid attention, who sat and watched. Thank you all of you I can see in the chat room. Thank you. Sister Sunshine, I did not see you there earlier. Sister Sunshine, hey. So all of you, thank you so much for paying attention and hanging out with me this morning. I really appreciate it. But before I close, I want to thank those of you who have subscribed to my fledgling YouTube channel and my fledgling Facebook fan page, Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll with an E. Bless you all, every last one of you. I also invite you to go to gigsalad.com and check out GD Fenderson the next time you need to hire a comedian for a private event. Now, on behalf of the Church of Last Resort and the entire Roll family, my wife, Amona, my kids, Cinnamon and Jelly Jr., our cat, Tootsie, and our dog, Stop Dropping, I wish you safe travels, and I hope you will join us next week at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, Eastern Orthodox Time, on Mind Dog TV and everywhere that our word is heard. And if you by chance, have not bought your St. Patrick's Day gear, don't forget to check out minddogtv.com/merch for your St. Patrick's Day gear. That's right. Do a brother a favor. Help a brother out. So, brothers and sisters, thank you so much. In the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor, can I get a fuck? Yeah. Fuck yeah! That's right. See you next week.